comprises the investment companies of our 4 pension funds here in Kenya, starting with the oldest scheme, Lab Trust, which was established in 1920s, followed by the County Pension Fund, which was established in 2011, and the CPF Individual Pension Fund, which was established in 2012, and also the Taifa Pension Fund, which is the newest baby on the block as a shareholder and investor in CPF Financial Services. We are witnessing a growth of tremendous level. Our administration business has picked up and continues to grow. We are currently managing a portfolio of over 200 billion, and in that case we are now the leading pension schemes administrator in the country, and we believe we shall remain in that position for some time as we continue onboarding many other schemes into our portfolio. In the other businesses we're involved in, we find ourselves penetrating the business world both by our superior technology, the superior products, as well as service standards. And we believe that we have distinguished ourselves to our membership and our customers as a premium organization offering a multiplicity of products. And as a result of that, the customers have responded equally in the same manner by actually making CPF Group institutions their premier place to go for their services. We know that in property services, our lesser property services has continued to open new frontiers. Is currently the one which is spearheading the development of our various projects across the country for and on behalf of our schemes as well as for other customers. It is the one which is actually managing our rich property portfolio. It's the one which is spearheading project management and development management. Coming to our lesser infrastructure technology solution, it is the one which is leading our renewable energy space, which we have distinguished ourselves in that sphere. It's the one which is leading in ERP products or offerings to the industry, as well as providing other services in the technology space. When we go to our insurance subsector, our LIB has become one of the brands recognizable in the market, in the insurance industry, and booking over 300 million in premiums every year and growing. We would like to say that we are happy for our staff and management and the boards for this support to make sure that we remain at the head of every good initiative which our group is pursuing.
So I joined CPF as an executive advisor to the group. CPF, as you know, is a group that is very involved in very many spheres of financial service. They're involved. The primary offering is the pension administration service, but they're also offering other services like insurance, real estate, solarization, and energy solutions. They are also in the business of payment services and expanding the scope to become a holistic financial services provider in different areas. However, the company is very involved in how they can make impact to the country. So I look at them as an impact-biased organization, looking at basically how they can strengthen their interests in areas that provide growth for the people, growth for economic sectors, and really innovative solutions to help unlock the potential of various sectors in the country. So my role here is primarily to offer advisory services to the group on a holistic basis, but specifically I'm in charge of building a Pan-African strategy for the group. CPF is pretty well established in Kenya, and we think that our business model can be replicated in sub-Saharan Africa and probably the rest of Africa in the course of time. So we're looking at how can we be able to take our product offerings to the region, primarily administration services, real estate development to the region, which is a very high growth area for this region, energy solarization opportunities that we think can help the region. So the company has already made inroads. Now my role is to help strengthen those opportunities and make them unlock faster and really get the company on that particular platform. The other role that I have, given my background in capital markets, is to help build the transaction advisory service for this group. Now, we at CPF are involved in very many transactions, some within our captive markets, some in our non-captive markets. So we want to see how we can be able to build a capability around corporate finance, around structured products, but using our in-house capacity, because we think that way we'll be able to bring them out faster. And so the transaction advisory is a key aspect of my role. The other one is to help strengthen the financial and operational framework for the group. Currently, they have a very sound operational framework and a very sound financial framework, but I'll be bringing in my knowledge and experience to see how we can scale these up, how we can have more automation of the business, how we can leverage on technologies to help enhance efficiencies and reduce costs. So those are the kind of discussions I'm having with various teams. So it's a very broad mandate, something that probably touches all aspects of the group's business, and of course also looking for new opportunities for this group. This group happens to be, in my view, a very agile company. They're very responsive to new ideas. In fact, I've been discussing with various team members, and I say it's like a campus. It's an ideation institution. So we're having very many partners coming to talk to us about the ideas and trying to see if we can partner together, or if we understand and can refer these opportunities to potential partners that they can work with. So our focus at the moment is sub-Saharan Africa, within the EAC region. That's where we are keen on, because we understand this region better. The regulations that apply to this region are almost harmonized, and so it makes an easy entry into these markets. And specifically, countries that we'll be looking at are countries that exhibit character of ease of doing business, stability, young markets, young population. Demography is a very key consideration for us. Yes, and good potential, good policies, especially around taxation, predictable tax policies, etc. So that's the kind of markets we're looking at. I know there are certain markets that have challenges, but again, we'll still make inroads in those markets, but again, also be very cognizant of what the barriers will be, so that if we need to partner with people in those regions, we'll be open to various models, be they joint ventures, be they direct investments by ourselves, be they acquisitions. So we're going to look at all those opportunities to execute our Pan-African strategy. company's origins are in pension, provision of pension solutions. So we are really the administrator, the largest administrator in Kenya, administering over 200 billion, a portfolio of over 200 billion in our company. And we have now got 5 pension schemes serving different segments of the market. Our interest is to see how we can create more schemes. We've got an umbrella scheme, we've got an individual pension scheme. But if you look at the coverage of the pension sector in Kenya, it's still very small. So we're looking at how can we create or products or pension products that are more attractive for the market, that encourage even young investors to invest. We've got a very big segment of young, what we'd call entrepreneurs that are coming in, especially those in the orange economy. How can we encourage them to set up individual pension plans? So the pension focus is going to be very primary to everything that we do. But now the new opportunities around infrastructure, affordable housing. How do we make housing affordable? I can tell you, for example, young workers coming to the market are looking for attractive accommodation spaces that have got very modern aesthetics, and really you have to now remodel your real estate project around that. How do they acquire them? Through easy ownership, maybe through unitized funding arrangements. We are promoting REITs, which is a way of you can buy property through smaller units. You don't have to have the full amount. So how can they buy affordable accommodation through that kind of a model? How can they buy them through tokens, security tokens, which are new ideas? So we have to make it very exciting for the young future homeowners to own property, even if it's a shared ownership concept. That's the kind of things we're looking at around real estate. Solarization is an exciting space for us. We're trying to see how we can enhance our solar offering to make it cheaper for people to own alternative power opportunities. Yeah. On a bigger scale, we are seeing how we can work with the counties to help them develop infrastructure. You've seen what we've done with Homa Bay, but now we want to see how we can securitize these ones by making them products, so that the money we've invested in Homa Bay, we are able to convert it into an asset class and sell that asset class to other investors because of the kind of returns we're seeing. You get it? Yes. So, for instance, people who live in Homa Bay won't mind owning an asset in the region of Homa Bay if it's giving them a good return. So we're looking at securitizations as another exciting way for investors to own products. Our role is that we think Kenya has a very good capital market, but they don't have enough assets. So we want to bring in assets into the market using regulations that already exist. We brought in a Sukuk bond. We're the first company in Kenya to do a Sukuk bond, or even the region. We are now looking at other opportunities using new regulations to just make sure that we're also making a positive contribution to the capital markets.
We have a number of offerings which we have been developing for our members, and we are happy that some of the previous products we have developed for them have worked. One of the products we have is that we are, as an investment, we are building houses, fairly affordable houses across several counties where we are operating in, and we want to sell these houses, good houses, to our membership as a first priority. The second product which we do have for them is that, and this adds what we have already been offering them. We have been offering them group life insurance cover, which they have been benefiting and they are very happy about, as an additional benefit on top of their pensions. We have also offered them, and in the model, of course, of selling the houses, for example, we have various products. They can either buy cash if they are ready, or they can buy with your mortgage, or they can buy using tenant purchase for some of the units, which gives them about 15 years to repay. What is it? We are introducing a Islamic model for installment payments without interest to any of our Muslim community members who would like to buy some of these houses. Now, the newest product in the market is, of course, our post-retirement medical fund. So, our post-retirement medical fund, we want all the employees to be enlisted into scheme, and we shall be making causing members to pass resolutions and individually as well as through the employers to dedicate a certain percentage of their current contribution, which is actually reasonable at the rate of 12% and 15%. They can dedicate a small portion of that towards funding this post-retirement medical fund cover. I did get a petition from pensioners that even though they have retired, they would also like to participate. So for our pensioners, we are offering them a chance to make lump sum payments and then benefit from this scheme. They can actually make some lump sum payments and benefit. And equally, they can continue as even as they consume the service, because for them they'll have to consume the service. They can also fund the premiums for this for the medical benefit they'll enjoy through their pension deductions. So we are really want to be relevant to all our members. For our customers who are buying products from us, we would like to offer them the variety of products. There are many, starting from products which are actually in development, like specialized loan products from our CPF Financial Services Group, as well as payment service provisions, which we are doing through our partnership banks. We are doing that through our machine called Rukisha. And with this, we are able to transfer funds for members and customers across the globe through partnership with existing service providers like the banks. We would like to even go further afield and introduce another way of saving through a product we are calling Save As You Spend, or SAYS, and so forth and so forth. So we really believe that we shall do better and have better products in the course of this year to our members.
One of the most important things we must do is that you must leverage on technology. So if somebody, our products have got to be driven by on a technology platform. If you're going to set up a pension scheme, they have to be able to onboard on this device, access their statements on this device, see how their investments are performing on this device. It has to be a technology-driven product, and that's how we want to reposition all our products, especially pensions. And I think that will encourage them to enter, because you see, our new generation are very tech-driven. They basically operate everything from the device, and this is what they want to do. Over and above that, we have to bring in new products that make it very easy for them to save. Saving is not an easy thing. I mean, it takes a lot of effort. So the best way to save is actually to check it off your payslip. So that's one way. The other way is you can save as you spend. So out of every spend you make, a certain portion goes to your pension scheme. That way it also encourages to save. We must enhance knowledge, especially digital knowledge. All our financial education has got to be driven on the digital device. We are good. We have a company here that does training, but how do we make that training more tech-driven, so that in my spare time I'm able to just say, oh, what's a pension scheme? You know, how do I invest in a pension scheme? How do I onboard? What I've realized is that the young people are very, very keen to securitize their future, but they also want to do it in an easier fashion. Okay, a lot of the products that we offer, a lot of things that we think are going to be relevant for the future will have to be on some of them will have to be on new technologies. And here I'm talking about AI, blockchain, machine learning as open platforms that are going to inform the future of certain products. For example, we are very active in digitization of assets, digitization of records. Now, one of the best ways to digitize records to ensure they get a more secure environment is blockchain. So how do we optimize on blockchain to create immutable records keeping, immutable record structures. That's something that we should explore. AI, very helpful in document analysis and reading on and analyzing various information sets in a second. We are very involved in really working closely with partners and especially around, for instance, let me talk about our ESG strategy. How to ensure that our ESG strategy is well analyzed. So when we do an ESG report, an AI tool can read it and rate it and say, these are you're talking about all these things in your report. We picked them up from using an AI platform, and hence we can say that you're ESG compliant. So we think that there's a lot we can do with those technologies to make work easier and to just make it more efficient. So I think we are very adaptive as an organization in using those technologies to improve our ways of doing work. When I joined the group, I did not appreciate the depth and breadth of this group as I've seen it today. This is a very, very well-established institution with a very big dream. So I'm very excited to be here. I like the teamwork. I like the vision, especially led by the vision carrier, Hosea Kili, who has not only grown this group from a small administrator, but now into what I call an ideation institution, because ideas flow here daily. And so I'm going to play my role to help build those ideas, make that dream come true, and and just make sure that it becomes a transformative vehicle for the country.